Organic food, scam, or health food. Words like organic and natural are quite well defined in our society. That is not the case when it comes to food labels, where they are frequently used. Organic produce aisles in supermarkets can entice shoppers with the allure of immaculately nurtured fruits and vegetables. Man, those aisles have no business looking so gorgeous and smelling so heavenly. The only thing that comes close to reminding us of Eden is the organic food outlets. 20 years ago, the United States Department of Agriculture began enforcing its organic food regulations. On their packaging, they let companies display the USDA Organic seals. The organic food business in the United States has grown from less than $8 billion in sales in the year 2000 to more than $50 billion in 2022, thanks to the seal certification. However, as the organic food business has developed, so have the myths about it. We are pleased to have you back with us. Our topic today is organic food and whether it is as healthy and natural as it is advertised to be, or if it is just another marketing gimmick. In order to ensure you do not miss any of our material, simply click the fat red subscribe button and the bell icon on your screen. We are armed with mind-boggling facts and statistical research that would make NASA fold. We therefore strongly advise that you pick up that bucket of popcorn and remain with us until the end of the episode. First and foremost, begin with the essentials. Organic is a phrase used to describe the method through which certain foods are grown. There are no synthetic chemicals, hormones, antibiotics, or genetically engineered organisms used in the production of organic foods. A food product must be free of artificial food additives in order to be branded organic. Due to flaws in the American regulatory system, sales have increased, but so have the dangers, which have increased significantly. The USDA Organic label is trusted by consumers because they believe that the USDA inspects farms and certifies organic products directly. Sadly, this is not the case at all. Furthermore, it is not true that the organic food inspectors work for the USDA or that imported commodities are subject to the same level of inspection as those cultivated at home. Only 48 of the 80 certification agents are headquartered in the United States. A USDA official recently declared that imported organic products and domestically cultivated organics are subject to the same level of oversight. Such a claim is exaggerated, if not downright reckless, in its scope and implications. It is easy to see why people have a hard time putting their faith in organic labeling. Let us put aside our skepticism about organic food labeling and ask, is it really healthier? Organic and non-organic food's nutritious content has been studied with various findings. Most likely, this is due to the inherent variability in how food is handled and produced. There is some evidence, however, that organically farmed foods may be more nutritious than their conventional counterparts. Organically cultivated berries and corn contained 58% more antioxidants and up to 52% more vitamin C in the 2003, according to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. An additional benefit of buying organic produce is that it may contain more antioxidants than conventionally grown produce. 1 to 2 extra servings a day of fruits and vegetables was equivalent to this. Chemical pesticide sprays are not needed to keep organic plants safe. As a result, they increase the number of antioxidants they produce. If you're lost, we got you. Well, antioxidants are essential for general health. They are natural substances found in some meals that assist our bodies to neutralize free radicals. Free radicals are chemicals that naturally occur in our bodies but destroy the lipids, proteins, and DNA in our cells, causing a variety of diseases and hastening the aging process. Because of variances in the ground cover and maturity of the organic farming operations, the results of studies on the nutrition content of organic foods vary. Nutrient composition varies from year to year and from farmer to farmer. Multiple studies have found that the organic variations of the same foods had much higher quantities of vitamin C, iron, magnesium, and phosphorus than non-organic ones. They are greater in these nutrients but have lower levels of nitrates and pesticide residues. Organic milk and dairy products might have increased concentrations of omega-3 fatty acids, as well as slightly elevated levels of iron, vitamin E, and some carotenoids. On the other hand, organic milk could have lower selenium and iodine content than conventional milk. These are two minerals that are absolutely necessary for maintaining good health. A meta-analysis of 67 research indicates that conventional meat had greater amounts of omega-6 fatty acids, while organic meat had higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids and somewhat lower levels of saturated fats. As was discussed in the most recent episode of our channel devoted to the topic of superfoods, increasing one's consumption consumption of omega-3 fatty acids has been shown to be associated with a wide range of positive health effects, including a lower risk of developing heart disease and building the gray matter of the brain. During blind taste testing, wine is perceived as superior when the price is high, even though it is the same as the competition. Consumers cannot tell the difference between organic labeled and conventionally farmed veggies, even though 30% of those examined assumed that organic vegetables had to taste better. This is consistent with previous studies. Organic isn't much about food at all. It has become a symbol of virtuous living and a story about the person who owns it. Health, quality, and the connection to the natural environment are all important factors in this product's appeal. In order to offer us items that do not live up to an imagined ideal, marketers are aware of our confirmation bias. It is a form of confirmation bias in which you only accept evidence that confirms your own beliefs and reject evidence that does not fit. Although a number of studies have revealed that consuming organic meals can have a major positive impact, others have discovered that there is not enough evidence to advocate organic foods above conventional. There was a lack of consistency in the findings of an observational study that compared the nutritional intakes of over 3,000 adults who consumed either organic or conventional veggies. Even though the organic group had a somewhat higher intake of these nutrients, this was most likely attributed to the fact that they consumed a greater quantity of vegetables overall. A study of 30 studies indicated that eating organic food was connected with certain favorable outcomes, but the researchers were unable to draw any conclusive conclusions. Another analysis of 233 research showed insufficient evidence to support the hypothesis that organic foods are superior to conventional foods in terms of nutrient content. It is possible that you are eating organic walnuts because you believe they contain more nutrients than conventional walnuts, but this might not be the case. If you are wondering why the research conducted on this topic has shown such conflicting results, here's why. The nutrient density of a food is determined by a multitude of elements, including the quality of the soil, the circumstance of the climate, and the time of harvest of the crops. Variances in animal genetics and animal breed, as well as differences in what the animals consume, the time of year, and the type of farm can all have an impact on the composition of dairy products and meat. Comparisons are difficult to make because of the natural variances that occur during the preparation and handling of meals. Because of this, the finding of this research cannot be considered definitive. In general, organic products are more expensive than their conventional counterparts in terms of cost. Organic food is more expensive than conventional food because the availability of organic food is limited in comparison to demand, according to the UN's Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO. Organic food production expenses are often higher due to the higher labor costs and the fact that farmers do not produce enough of a particular product to cut the overall cost. Because organic and conventional products need to be segregated for processing and transportation, the post-harvest handling of relatively modest quantities of organic goods results in higher expenses. This is because organic produce must be handled differently. The marketing and distribution chain for organic products is generally inefficient, and the prices are greater because organic products are typically produced in very low volumes. Healthicity's goal is to provide you with unbiased information. Thus, we have come to the conclusion that the organic food is not a scam. Whether or not it is healthier is to some degree. The idea of organic food is good, but corporations are making a lot of money off of it while avoiding regulations and loopholes. You simply need to use greater caution when making purchases at your local supermarket. In today's world, knowledge is more freely available than ever before. In the event that organic food is out of your price range, you can nevertheless eat healthy by sticking to conventional sources of nourishment. That is it for now. Thanks for tuning in and see you in the next episode. Cheers!